So ano yung difference, 'di ba? Hindi ko talaga alam. So, ito 'yon. If anak ka ng mga, for example, anak ka ng mga congressman, anak ka ng contractors, or anak ka ng politicians, mga old rich kung anak ka, it's not your problem kasi na pinanganak ka na mayaman. Ang problem kasi is your entitlement. Na kung saan you are making it your attitude ba na so may ganito ka, ganyan, you're making it as your personality na okay. Ganito pala ha, ganyan. So, ganyan, dapat entitled ako, girl. Pangit ka.
Wrong.
Yung asal mo, ano mo ba?
I-level
mo kung ano yung klaseng mukha meron ka. Kasi kahit kahit anak ka pa ng congressman, kung pangit ka talaga. And kami guys, hindi kami nagbabow down. Kahit mayaman ka, kung pangit ka, wala kaming pakialam.
Plus
diba?
ugali.
Oo. Punta ka na lang sa Laxmed.
Paganda ka doon.
Shout out sa reaction vlog, YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Mabuhay kayo.
Guys, yung sa flood control.
Flood tayo.
Huwag na kayong maniwala sa PR stunt ni BBM. The real problem ng Pilipinas, guys, hindi lang, it's not just the contractors or the DPWH. Ang biggest problem talaga ng Pilipinas is si BBM. Bakit?
Hindi ba si Tambi?
Both. Dalawa yan. Biggest talaga si BBM because he holds everything
Yeah. He's a president.
Diba? The chain of command, yung signatory of the budget, siya lahat. But from 2022 to early of 2025, he allowed the congressmen to work with the contractors and to work with the DPWH. In 2022, if I am not mistaken, 4.5 billion ang confidential/intelligence fund ni BBM. Ano ba ang purpose ng confidential intelligence fund? It is of course to investigate, to provide surveillance para makita kung sino yung mga tao na nangungurakot or gumagawa ng mga anomalies sa government projects, sa programs. Yung confidential intelligence fund kasi, hindi lang yan about the military thing. Pati yan. Pero, hindi ginamit ni BBM ang billions of confidential funds and intelligence funds niya para sugpuin ang issue ng flood control. And it continued in 2023 and in 2024. In fact, in 2024, kasi nga, bangag siya, hindi niya na-realize yung mga bagay na lumalabas sa mouth niya. He bragged about the 5,500 flood control projects. Okay? Sabi niya, we have completed 5,500 flood control projects. Ganyan.
Grabe, no?
So, meaning to say, may data sana para ma-double check niya whether or not those flood projects exist. Hindi niya ginawa. Naniwala siya. And in just few days, Mother Nature fact-checked the flood control projects na kung saan lubog sa baha ang Metro Manila, yung NCR in 2024. And because of that, nagising ang mga tao. Akala ba namin may 5,500 flood control projects? Nasaan na yun? Hindi natin in 2025, instead of using the intelligence fund or the confidential fund to investigate those people, kung saan talaga nanggaling ang issue, ano ang punot dulo ng ghost flood control projects, and saan napunta ang billions na funds sa mga proyektong ito, ang ginawa ni BBM, nag-launch ng sumbong sa Pangulo website. Tang-ina.
Sira ulo.
Diba? Mag-launch ka lang ng website. Ano ang direct benefit?
Ba't ba ito nanalo?
Makikita natin doon, mariresolve ang problem just by launching that
Sumbong Pangulo.
O sumbong sa Pangulo website na yan. Kasi pag may flood control project at isumbong tapos iimbestigahan. No! If nasa right mind ka pa, kung tama yung pag-iisip mo, you utilize the confidential and intelligence fund, send investigators, investigate everything, then boom!
Correct.
Kasuhan mo lahat. Pero wala huwag kayong maniwala. Nag-PPR stunt lang yan. Ang ginagawa niya, as if he is in control of everything ba? As if he is seeking accountability to these people. Pero hindi pala.
Correct.
Yan yung isipin ninyo. Kasi nga, from 2022, 23, 24, and early of 2025, he hasn't done anything to resolve the problem. It is only now, kasi ginagamit na ng taong bayan. And not only thousands of Filipinos, but millions of Filipinos are already aware na kung saan napupunta yung pera allocated for the flood control projects. Yan yung problem. So kung nakikita mo, BBM, Bongbong Marcos, is the President of the Philippines. He has billions of confidential and intelligence funds. Billions, not only 125 million, but billions. At the same time, as the commander-in-chief, he possesses the chain of command. So meaning to say, dapat alam niya from the top until sa pinaka-bottom, alam niya yung parang ins and outs ng mga projects na yan. Hindi niya ginawa. Hindi niya ni-utilize. Instead, nag-spread siya ng fake news na the administration was able to complete 5,500 flood control projects na kung saan COA and DPWH did not even, vouch whether or not the figure is correct.
Correct. Confirm.
Yan yung problem. So kung i-analyze niyo yung lahat ng mga bagay na yan, 'di ba? Ang dami na i-expose district engineers, contractors, mga ganyan-ganyan.
Right.
Sila, mga worker. Pero sino talaga yung punot dulo? Yung nandito sa top. Kasi sa taas. Kasi ang intindihin niyo guys, walang mako-corrupt ang mga contractors or yung mga ng DPWH if there is a strict regulation to see and to see the the ins and outs of the flood control projects.
That is right.
Kaso wala nag-launch lang ng sumbong mo sa Pangulo
Ano naman kaya sa tingin mo, anong mapapala ng sumbong sa Pangulo?
Actually, may help naman siya kahit papaano. Say, for example, ikaw, may nakita ka, this project, sinabi na completed in 2024. Say, for example, one project is completed in 2024. And then, nung nakita mo sa website ng DPWH kasi, nag-iisip ka, ongoing pa ang construction, but it says, completed, or wala palang nangyari doon, pero sinabi na completed. So, you can sumbong that to the website. You can report that. But the thing is, why is he transferring the burden of reporting the ghost projects or yung mga corrupted funds ng flood control projects to the people? If he can mobilize his group sana to work on that aspect, di ba? Kasi may pera siya So, saan pala ginamit ang billions of confidential and intelligence funds?
Correct.
So, ngayon, nag-aaway-away sila. And because marami nang alam si Tory, boom! Ni-relieve. So, nakita nyo yon? You talk about the the speech of Tory kanina, di ba?
Thank you sa mga supporters nyo. Okay, let's talk about Tory. Dito na tayo sa next topic natin muna.
Okay.
Si Tory. Tory, is this parte ng drama or is it really true na nirelieve siya? Can you answer that?
For me, this is part of a broader plan to weaken the support ng Duterte family. Bakit?
Why?
Ganito yon. Sinabi ni John Vic Remulla in one of his press briefings, sinabi niya na Tory has not violated any law. Even if it's contradicting to the resolution released by the NAPOLCOM. Kasi yung NAPOLCOM, sinite nila yung mga resolutions nila yung mga internal rules and regulations ng NAPOLCOM, na kung saan Tory has violated. That's exactly the reason why may resistance within the institution. So ang sinasabi ngayon ni Remulla, ni John Vic Remulla, ni John Vic Remulla ng Secretary of the Interior Local Government, the ILG. Ang sinasabi niya kasi, BBM is preserving the image of the institution and not the person. So mas pinili niya ngayon ang institution kaysa tao. So mas pinili niya ang institution, ang NAPOLCOM, kaysa tao. Pero what exactly has happened inside the institution? Meaning to, may rule, may law na brinake, na hindi finalo. Imagine nag-reshuffle ka, and may resolution na pala sa NAPOLCOM na before you do that, you have to ask parang yung mga board nila, mga ganyan-ganyan. So yan yung one problem. Pero because sinabi nga ni John Vic na walang that Tory has not violated any law, sige, ibigay natin yan sa kanila. Maybe totoo naman. But on the other side of the conversation, he answered a question asking na, may nagtanong kasi na journalist sa kanya, so what exactly is the reason why Nartates was chosen to be a replacement of Torre?
Right.
Ang sinabi niya kasi, si Nartates kasi daw is parang he exhibits integrity and honor. Again, he exhibits integrity and honor. So ito yon, let's connect the dots. Yung position kasi ng PNP chief, yung mga presidential appointments, those are positions kasi of trust and confidence. And kung tinanggal ka dyan, if you are asked to resign, if you are or if you are relieved from that position, meaning to say that very qualification is my problem. Meaning to say, there is a problem with the trust and confidence that the president has given you. And so, I decide to give up on you, to relieve you from that position. So, yan yung problem. Now, ang point ko here is, because nga, ni-replace na si Torre, meaning to say, wala siyang integrity and honor. Kasi why would you choose someone if, for example, if Nartates exhibits integrity and honor, why would you replace Torre?
Exactly.
Meaning to say, that integrity and honor is already lost. Pero ito, marami na kasing alam si Torre. Ang sinabi ni John Vic, hindi siya pinaparesign, wala, okay lang talaga siya.
Floating pa siya.
I think floating pa ata siya ngayon. But sinabi niya that the president daw, kasi privy daw siya sa conversation nila sa president, ang sinabi ni John Vic Remulla is, bibigyan ng another position si Torre.
Sabi nila,
which is,
diba?
Yes. And sa news, yung GMA, nagsulat sila na ilalagay daw siya sa anti-corruption parang department or agency, parang ganyan. But ito guys, intindihin ninyo, kaplastikan ang lahat ng yan. Because when Bongbong Marcos became the president after he has taken his oath in 2022, the very first executive order that he did is to abolish the PACC. The Presidential Anti-Corruption Council, parang ganyan, the PACC. Inabolish niya. And ngayon, i-appoint niya si Torre sa isang anti-corruption agency. Think.
Kagagawahan.
Intindihin ninyo guys kung ano na yung mga nangyayari. So 'di ba, nakakainis na parang binobobo nila yung taong bayan. And isa pa, may power naman talaga ang president to appoint or to remove someone from office, especially if those are presidential appointees lang, ganyan. Pero ang nakikita ko kasi, if someone's integrity and honor are lost while we are conversing now, di ba dapat hindi mo na siya bibigyan ng posisyon na kung saan integrity ang honor din ang patutunguhan. Ano ba dapat ang hinahanap natin sa mga politicians or sa mga leaders natin, di ba? They should have integrity. They should have honors, ganyan. So ang ano ko is, you put someone sa anti-corruption agency. Akala ko ba na-lost na ang honor? Akala ko ba na-lost na ang integrity?
Speaking of integrity, Tio, sinabi din nila...
Sandali. Ano mo yan kasi nawawala yung train of thoughts ko.
Go.
So, okay. So, ito na. The way I see this PR nila is, ang ginagawa nila ngayon is to really attack the Dutertes. Why?
Correct.
Balikan nyo ang House of Representatives. about the flood control projects para ma-divert ang attention kasi nga bahong-baho na sila ngayon. Sobrang baho na nila about the flood control projects. Benny Abante is now opening his mouth and attacking the Dutertes. So ang pinaka-recent chika niya is yung about kay Mayor na dapat imbestigahan niya daw yung flood control projects ni Pulong. So si Pulong naglabas ng resibo. O ayan, ito yung mga projects namin, ganyan-ganyan. Naglabas ng resibo. So kung nakikita ninyo ngayon, ang fino-focus na nila is ang flood control projects that concern the Dutertes. They don't care anymore about the projects na nangyari dito sa NCR, yung sa Bulacan, yung sa Batangas, and yung sa Mandaue, and yung iba pang ano. Kasi ang main target lang naman talaga nila is ang mga Duterte. So yung narrative nila ngayon is they are going back na to 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20 na mga flood control projects. Diba? Kung nag-iisip kayo ng maayos, guys, you would realize that we are no longer talking about the past. We are talking about the present. And the problem is the present naman talaga. Kasi nga, 2022, 2023, 2024, wala. And billions of money are involved. And what's worse, they are impeaching someone because of the 125 million confidential fund, but they cannot impeach the president who approved the billions of money allocated for the flood control projects that did not even exist.
Correct.
Yan yung problem. Kaya ang sinasabi ko dito, yung biggest problem ng Philippines talaga, hindi lang ang mga contractors, hindi lang ang sa DPWH, si BBM. Mali hindi na na-utilize ang intelligence and confidential funds niya. By the way, billions. And you know what? VP Sara only has 125 million sa OVP plus the few million sa DepEd. Pero ang nangyari, she has uncovered so many things.
Yes.
For example,
correct.
16 schools in NCR.
Diba?
Na involved pala sa recruitment ang ibang teachers. And you need surveillance investigators to do that. Na-find out niya that Raul Manuel pala is actually one of the few, front of the, yung sa left-leaning groups pala na nang re-recruit.
Oh my gosh!
And there are around thousands of child abuse cases na nangyayari sa DepEd that are still unresolved until now. So maraming resulta yung 125 million. Ano ba ang result ng 4.5 billion confidential and intelligence fund of BBM? Ang sinabi niya, wala na daw active guerrilla fund ng NPA. Bakit may mga sundalo and pulis na namatay recently because of their encounter sa NPA? Diba?
Correct.
Yan yung problem. So si BBM talaga ang problem. And ito pa, last election, one party list filed an impeachment case against BBM. Ano nangyari ngayon? Cancelled na sila. Wala na ang Duterte youth. Cancelled na sila. And do you think it's purely a maneuver of Comelec? No, the president has all the power to block that. Especially because,
naiisip ba niya ba to? Or sadyang talagang bububuhan siya?
alam nila yan. It's just that, Pao, wala na silang ngayon. Wala na silang lusot. Wala na silang lusot.
Because people are thinking already.
Yes. And why are they, doing their best to crack down the vloggers, lalo na yung mga pro-Duterte? Because we are the ones speaking up. We are the ones exposing them of their hypocrisy.
Correct.
We are the ones letting people understand if what's really happening in the status quo.
Correct. Check and check.
Kaya ngayon, nagka-crack down sila. Imagine, nagsusulat ka lang ng opinion, they consider it as fake news just for you para ma-filean ng case. And for them, para habulin ka because you are doing this and that.
Because you're speaking
and you are
your
favoring
mind.
the Dutertes and you are speaking your mind and you are attacking the very administration that is very,
harap-harapan naman natin.
incompetent.
Reaction naman natin yun sa nakikita natin.
Exactly.
Diba? Parang, may question pa ako, T. You
Yeah.
mentioned earlier about integrity. Sabi kanina, I saw some reporters na meron tinanong si Auntie Claire about lifestyle check ng mga politicians.
Yes.
Tinanong din doon if papayag ba raw din si president na i-lifestyle check din siya kasi sila naman yung ano.
Ang sinabi niya that the office of the president, the executive branch is really willing daw para mag-lifestyle check.
Olga.
Hi, Attorney Hillary Olga Reserva. Complete yun, ha? Day, tanaw sa mo mga weng.
We miss you, Attorney.
Hindi, ganito yon. So, yes, very good. Yeah, nakita ko din yung interview na yan kanina sa lifestyle check. Ang sinabi niya that the executive branch daw is so open for lifestyle check. Okay. E di simulan natin mismo sa pamilya ni Bongbong Marcos. 'Di ba? Yung nakikita natin ngayon ng mga anak ng politiko na nag-flex ng mga airplanes nila, ng mga helicopters nila, yung mga resorts nila, yung mga businesses nila and everything, yung mga luxury bag nila and everything. Namana yan
Pinamana.
Sa mga Marcoses. Bakit? Si Bongbong mismo ang nag-flex sports car habang ang Pilipinas ay lugmok sa utang before during his father's time, habang ang Pilipinas ay gutom, especially yung may crisis sa Negros. And BBM was flaunting everything about his education, about his privileges abroad. So, sa BBM yan nagsimula. So, pag mag-lifestyle check tayo, simulan natin. Umpisahan natin kay Lisa Marcos. Hindi lang lifestyle check, drug test din. 'Di ba? Ganyan lang ganyan lang dapat.
Naloka ako doon sa hindi lang lifestyle, drug test.
Oo, ganyan. Ito pa ha, nothing against the kakampings kasi may nakita na naman akong post They are now considering like yung mga anak ni yung kay Lenny Robredo ang mga anak niya na hindi na, no need to lifestyle check na daw kasi nga simple lang. Guys, maraming luxury bags sila, hindi nyo lang alam. Hindi gumagamit niya, hindi mga luxury bags ang mga anak niya. Si Lenny nga may Balenciaga, kitang-kita sa picture. At alam nyo ba magkano ang Balenciaga? 120 to 130 up ang ang price niyan for one bag alone.
So how can you tell us na
So dapat lifestyle check lahat. So kung lahat naman talaga. O sige, isama nyo na si Kitty. Baka sabihin ninyong bias ako. Sige, nakita nyo naman kasi si Kitty, di ba? Naka-breaks din yun Hermes. Lifestyle check nyo si Kitty. Marami naman yung businesses ang mama niya. Yeah. Marami namang businesses si Hanilet. So isama nyo siya sa lifestyle check ninyo. Pero huwag nyo kalimutan ang mga main players, ang mga key players. Lifestyle check ninyo ang mga anak ni Romualdez, ni Zaldico.
Yes!
Yung mga contractors.
Amen!
Na related sa mga congressmen.
Correct.
Diba?
Correct.
Lifestyle check nyo lahat. Mga anak ni sino pa? Yung...
Madami.
Yung...
Diba?
Nasa La Union.
Sa La Union.
Ortega. Lifestyle check nyo silang lahat.
Ortega.
Iba yun sa utak ko.
Ganyan.
Sino yun sa utak mo?
Lifestyle check nyo din si Rog Gutierrez.
Isa pa yan.
Oo. Diba? Contractor daw ilang government projects yung nakuha nila.
Ano ang mga ma-achieve nila dyan sa mga pang lifestyle?
Isa pa, sandali lang. Lifestyle check nyo first si Stella Kimbo.
Ayan!
Lifestyle check nyo si Stella Kimbo. In my life.
Ayan
Ayan. Thank you so much. So, lifestyle check ninyo, again, sa
Stella.
I was saying earlier na, lifestyle check ninyo si Stella Kimbo. Lifestyle check ninyo ang mga congressmen. Diba? Ang mga relo pa lang, diba? Naka-Patek, naka-Rolex, naka-ganyan. Lifestyle, magkano lang ang sweldo ng congressman? Nasa 300k lang ata, diba?
Kasi diba,
200K
ang
or
job
300K.
talaga nila is public servant.
Yes!
Public service.
They need to craft or legislate. Yan lang naman. To craft laws. Yun lang. Ang trabaho nila.
Anong tingin mo ma-achieve nila dito sa lifestyle check na
Actually, wala.
Diba?
Wala, actually. Even if i-expose natin yung mga anak ng mga politicians na yan, wala talagang mangyayari. If walang someone ba na, for example, maglakas loob na file ng case, mga ganyan. Imagine there are pending cases sa ombudsman against Torre, against Remulla, against Marbil, against everyone. Lalo na yung mga nag-group effort to bring Digong sa The Hague. Hindi pa nga umuusad yung kaso about them against them So ano pang natin? After lifestyle check, ano ba?
So what's next? Diba?
Thousands of people ang i-lifestyle check. What's next ba?
What do we achieve from
Yeah,
that?
expose them.
May mangyayari ba?
Marami yung pera sila may mga babayaran lang nila yung mga kapitan na yan, mga purok leaders na yan, babayaran lang nila, kukuha yan ng tao na magvo-vote sa kanila. Nothing would happen.
Philippines.
Diba? Pero okay ako sa idea of lifestyle check. I'm not against it. It's just that,
Kalokohan.
what exactly do we get
Oh, yan.
from doing so? Diba? Are we gonna file cases? Ill-gotten wealth issues para sa mga ano na yon? Sa mga taong yon? Wala Kaya nga dapat magsisimula sa Office of the President. Ganito na lang, suggestions na lang. Ganito, yung lifestyle check, umpisahan natin sa Office of the President.
Doon talaga.
Doon. Tapos Vice President.
Then
Tapos
bababa tayo.
Senate President, Speaker of the House. Tapos yung mga mga alipuris lang nila na nakikinig lang sa mga anong tawag diyan? Mga leaders nila. Ano lang?
May
Sila
tanong-
na ang next.
May tanong ako, on top of that, I saw your post earlier about Hey Darian. What was that all about?
Ito si Hidarian daw. Di ba tinawag niyang Sub-Saharan ang Mindanao? Na yung Human Development Index daw natin dito sa amin sa Mindanao is Sub-Saharan level. Pero the moment na prinopromote niya si Torre, ang sinasabi niya, the next president from beautiful Mindanao. Putang ina, akala ko ba Sub-Saharan kami? Bakit naging beautiful Mindanao na naman, Richard Hidarian? If only fluent ako magtagalog, no? Mag-yaw-yaw na gyud ako ba? Mag-yaw-yaw na gyud ako. Hindi kasi ako fluent magtagalog.
Kayaw-yawon ka masyado.
Oo, kayaw-yawon na ako, guys. Hindi lang talaga ako, magaling talaga magsalita ng Tagalog. Kasi gusto ko talaga yung lasap na lasap yung mga words mo. Say, putang ina mo.
Kayaw-yaw na talaga ako masyado.
Gusto ko na magyayaw ba? Hindi ko alam. Ano kaya yung nakita nila? And Hidarian, Dilima, and the rest of the Kakamputak cult, they are peddling the same narratives. They are supporting Torre because nga, popular. Diba? Yan yung sinasabi na, very popular, very sino bang hindi ba magiging popular na PNP chief? Abusive ka. Imagine pati simbahan, pinapabakbak mo. What's bakbak ba in Tagalog?
Anong bakbak?
What's bakbak, guys? Yung parang ganyan,
Kanang gikalot. Unsa na?
Ginapakalot. Pati simbahan, ginapakalot.
Unsa nang bakbak is Tagalog man siguro? Hindi ba?
Pero,
Pinapadrill?
Arte naman. Pinapadrill.
Guys, comment down below. Ano yung bakbak sa Tagalog?
Guys!